I'm here with Jason from Otherworld Miniatures. I'm Chris for the UK Gaming Media Network. And can you tell me tell me a little bit about Otherworld Miniatures to start with, and then what's coming up from you guys?
Okay, Otherworld Miniatures itself, we're an ever-expanding range of fantasy models, primarily for D&D and things like that. We're now going to be branching out into a skirmish game of our own, Otherworld Fantasy Skirmish, which is written in collaboration with Carl from Crooked Dice, Carl Periton. In terms of figures we've just starting to release a range of tavern folk. We've only had 3 or 4 models cast in that now, but we're hoping to expand it into a range of probably say 12, like we do with our adventurers, that kind of thing. The rules itself, the Otherworld Fantasy Skirmish, like I say, is in collaboration with Carl from Crooked Dice. It's based on the 7TV action engine, so anyone that's played 7TV or anything to do with 7TV will know exactly how it all works, all that kind of stuff. So it's a skirmish game. It's not like D&D, it's not like a role-playing game, although you can sort of level up your war bands, that kind of stuff. At the moment we're going to start off with a few factions, like you've got the Drow, you've got the Undead, you've got the heroes which you can make, which you can tool up with loads of like superpowers type thing. You can have a small game which would be like 5 figures a side. You can even go to like 20 or 30 figures a side. You can have multiple players, so you can have like 6 people playing in the same game.
What's the play size with the table size?
The table size is pretty much as you see it there. Yep. So it's probably like 2 foot, that sort of stuff. I mean, again, it depends on how big you want to play. If you've got like 4 or 6 players, obviously you're going to need maybe like 6 foot table, that kind of stuff.
So the game does hold more than 2 players. It's not.
Yeah, absolutely. You can either do it that you've got this sort of typical good versus evil type thing. So you could have like the heroes, which you could play as like a role-playing game. You could give each person a character if you wanted to do that, although it is more like, say, geared towards skirmish games. So you could have 4 individual factions coming together for one sort of goal, or you could have, like, let's say, good versus evil, just attacking each other for whatever reason. It's mainly a scenario-driven game, like 7TV is. There will be a load of different scenarios in the rulebook when it comes out. The whole rulebook is all completely written, it's all done. So the next thing we're looking for now is to release the PDF, which will hopefully be in the summer. And then by the end of the year, we're hoping to have a hardback copy. We haven't quite decided how we're going to release it yet. We're thinking about another Kickstarter campaign. So we did our Indiegogo campaign for the characters, which worked fairly well. So we're thinking about doing it that way.
So the rules, are they going to be available through Otherworld, or are they going to be available through Crooked Dice, or?
Initially, it's just going to be through us, but we are hoping we're hoping that Carl will put some, with the Crooked Dice stuff as well. We've had a lot of people come over. We've had some really good feedback from the people that have come over from Crooked Dice and 7TV, like they've come over to us, obviously to help with play testing and things like that. So we've had some really there's quite a big vibe about it already. So I think that's pretty much that.
So summer is the release date.
The
Hope date.
Will be out by then.
Lovely.
It's in the summer.
Do we have a price on the PDF yet, or is it kind of still up in the air?
It's still a bit up in the air, but hopefully it won't be too much money.
How many? Well, you mentioned there are going to be factions in the rulebooks. How many of Otherworld's current miniatures are supported by the rules?
Every single one. There's some that we haven't. Most of them will be in the core rule set, but we are going to have some like a wilderness expansion and various other bits. So as our new figures come up, we've got rules for every single figure in the range. Everything's been done. Most of them have been play tested, so we're happy with how they work as well. So pretty much anything you want to throw into a warband, you can. You're not just limited to, okay, I want to have this and this and this, or we're not going to just railroad you into this is how you've got to play it. It's all point based, so you can put whatever you like in with whatever you like.
So other than the rulebook, is there anything else you can tell us that's coming from Otherworld soon?
Soon, like I said, it is the Tavern Folk we're still working on. We've had stuff like the Cockatrace that have just recently come out. At the moment, that's all I know that we've got in the pipeline. I know with the release of D&D Next, we're hopefully going to produce some stuff to go with that as well. So,
fantastic. Well, that's great.